Hey YouTube, what is good? So I'm gonna walk you through a little behind the scenes from the Photoshoot shoot we did with Cynthia. It's been a while we've done this shoot and the goal was to create a 3D environment and actually copy, paste or cut her out and put it in the scene. So in this shot you can see me fiddling around with the lights to create that edging on her body. So we had on the right side, I think it was a red gel attached to an open reflector, and we aimed it at her and we're slowly building it up. So in the front we had a beauty dish with a blue gel attached to it, and then in the back we had on both sides a reddish gel, one high and one low, because we wanted to create some depth in it, and the goal was to work with a smoke machine so that it's layered pretty nicely. Now here you can see me waving with the reflection screen to put some volume in the hair, some waves, but you can see me failing miserably because I had to move the hair like crazy. And in my left hand you can see remote, so I was triggering the camera and making some wind thingies just for the sake of syncing it, and apparently it's not so easy to have your right arm go up and push on the left side a button. So even while looking at the footage I can still remember it clearly. Next step in the process was putting a big ventilator, a big fan on the side of her, and now you can see the hair really moving quickly. Now the closer we set the fan, the more effect it had on the hair. And you can see Cynthia moving like a pro, and yeah, it's just me firing the shots remotely with a remote control. So you first focus on Cynthia, on the model, and then you switch your button to manual focus. She stays in the same space and you just keep triggering the strobes one after one. Now, next step is adding the smoke to the image. It's a smoke machine, it's like 50 euros, not even 50 euros I think. And it also has a little remote attached to it, so you can move around freely while taking the shots. Now on the left side you can see a screen, you can see me moving around. Then we changed back to me waving, this time not with a reflection panel but with a plastic cover from a plastic box, because we wanted to have the smoke not be blown away with the big fan. So I'm moving this plastic cover and pushing the button at the same time. This time it's working the way we want it. And we did a combination now with me blowing the smoke, triggering the camera and actually putting the fan on, so that there is a lot of volume and you can see the smoke moving like crazy. Next up was changing the dress. And with this dress it was pretty difficult to create something, so we wanted to introduce some movement in the image. So you still see me moving around things, taking the images, and I can see on the screen on the left side what I'm actually shooting. So I can tell her like, hey, do this, do that. Of course, after the shoot or in between the shoot, we had to open up the windows because there was way too much smoke. As smoke works as a diffuser, so that means if you put light through it, you have to put light through it, otherwise smoke will not be defined on the image as something white. It's just like a haze, and it's like no contrast in the image at all. So you see Cynthia lifting up that leg to create some motion in the images. One of the images from this set and outfit was totally awesome. Now in this shot you can see me clearly vacuuming the room. Why am I vacuuming? Difficult word. Why am I vacuuming the room? Well, the glitter on the dress, it just fell off like crazy, and it just had to be removed for the next shot we were gonna do. Now this dress looks like the Addams Family. We just kept the same lighting, the same things. I'm just switching it on, off, see what, if we like the accent light, if we don't like it. But just by switching on this light you can see the more definition in the smoke. So, and then you can see me looking at the screen, blowing some fog, while Cynthia is just doing her thing, she's posing. Here you can see the haze effect I was talking about. So when there is too much smoke in the room, there's no definition anymore and it's just like one big haze hanging there, some sort of mist. And in this shot you can see that we started playing around with lights. I always suggest playing around with lights. Once you have your shot you intended, in the end, just take 5-10 minutes to just play around with some lighting, moving lights, changing colors, all those things. You can see me changing the gels again. We tried without, then I'm attaching them again, and now I will show you the results from this awesome shoot.